So we're going to start the video off with a fun clip. This is coming from the Braves versus Cubs game. You have Anthony Rizzo and Freddie Freeman in a pickle, but it's no normal pickle because they were mic'd up.
Frederick! Freddie! Because as soon as he saw me, I'm like, Frederick! I just started dying.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the viewership of Major League Baseball would skyrocket if we had these clips more often, whether it's from Bryce Harper or Mike Trout or Jacob deGrom, Garrett Cole, or Ronald Acuna Jr. We need more clips of these guys being mic'd up, please. But anyways, what's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. Wow, we have a lot to talk about today. I guess we'll go ahead and kickstart the video with an injury update on Christian Yelich because he was officially placed on the IL with a back injury. This one pains me because after a rough 2020, he was primed to have a breakout season after winning MVP back in 2018, almost won it in 2019. He was having a terrific start, but unfortunately, this back injury is going to put him back a week, maybe even 2 weeks. We have the A's versus the Tigers. Can you believe the A's are on an 8-game winning streak? When I was starting off the season saying, oh, I was right about the A's, they weren't going to be as good. Yeah, I look stupid now because with the 8th win in a row, after Ramon Laureano triples to score Mark Canha, you have Castro with the 2 RBI double, but other than that, both starters were fantastic. Matthew Boyd had 1 earned run, well, I should say 2 earned runs after a Sean Murphy RBI, and then Chris Bassett, his 2 earned runs and 8 Ks was just enough as Detroit, who are kind of playing like the Yankees right now. I hate saying that because baseball is better when the Yankees are toxic and really good and just decimating everyone. The villain of Major League Baseball, when they're playing well, it's more exciting for me. The Detroit Tigers lose with poor defense and they strike out just way too much. Akil Baddoo, while I do think he's going to have a fantastic season, the league has somewhat figured him out, so look for him to bounce back because he's hitless in his last 3 or 4 games. Props to the Oakland A's. I don't want to single out Akil Baddoo and just talk about him. The A's are playing fantastic baseball and you got to tip your cap. We have a big problem in Major League Baseball. The league-wide batting average is 233 and strikeouts are skyrocketing, so I'd rather have viewership skyrocket because we have fun clips of MLB players being mic'd up. Not this. We have 4 shutouts in a row to talk about. The Rangers, the Giants, the Phillies, and the Royals all shut out their opponents, which you might love pitching duels. They're fun to watch sometimes, but yo, a 233 league-wide average, that's not gonna sell. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about those shutouts. We have the Rangers just narrowly squeaking past the Baltimore Orioles. John Means was dominant yet again. 7 innings, he didn't allow a single run and had 9 strikeouts. But Kyle Gibson, the starting pitcher for the Rangers, outdueled him. And every time I say outduel, I think of Revenge of the Sith when it's Anakin versus Obi-Wan. They were just as good. 8 innings, 0 earned runs for Gibson. And Nate Lowe walks it off in the 10th inning. Just like Akil Baddoo, he has kind of cooled off in the last few days, but he is still a fantastic bat, so don't think about dropping him anytime soon. He's going to be an 85 to 90 RBI guy by the end of the year. Another 1-0 ball game. This one comes at the hands of the Giants. They beat the Marlins 1-0. Another incredible display of pitching. Alex Wood and the Giants bullpen, they don't allow a single earned run. Pablo Lopez, the starting pitcher for the Marlins, was pretty good as well. 6 innings, only 1 earned run and 9 strikeouts, but unfortunately, that Alex Dickerson single was the lone run. Shutouts always amaze me because you have the cream of the crop in regards to best hitters in the entire world and they can't muster up 1 run. I know I'm just a baseball fan sitting in my office talking about baseball, but yeah, again, shutouts are quite confusing because these dudes are so good at what they do. But here we go, another shutout. Now again, there's going to be 1 more after this one, but we have the Phillies shutting out the Cardinals as Bryce Harper hits a majestic home run, and the bat flip was quaint, I would say. It wasn't dramatic or anything like that. He flipped it, but it wasn't something that you could get mad over. And that was pretty much all that she wrote. Do not let Aaron Nola get hot. He goes 9 innings, 2 hits, and has a 10 strikeout shutout. Back in 2018, he had a 10.2 WAR season. That was one of the highest WAR seasons ever for a starting pitcher. So again, he can be one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's on top of his game, and the Phillies are now 8-7 and 2nd in the NL East, so that was a big win. You thought that we were done. No, we have 1 more shutout to talk about. The Royals blanked the Blue Jays. I don't even know how Robbie Ray escaped this game without giving up 17 earned runs because he went 5 innings, did not allow a run. but he did that with 6 walks. And a side note, he has 9 walks in 10 innings, but he has a 1.86 ERA, so I have no idea how he's doing that. Brady Singer, the pitcher for the Royals, went 6 innings, did not allow a single earned run, and had 6 strikeouts. When he's dialed in, he is very underrated. Salvador Perez with another clutch 2-run home run as Greg Holland saves it. So when you have Salvador Perez hitting a 2-run home run and Greg Holland coming in for a save, it really makes you feel like it's 2015 all over again. Reminder, the league-wide batting average is .233 and strikeouts are on the way, and I mean on the way, like way, way, way up. It is not a good product of offensive baseball right now, so should they move the mound back? Should they, I mean, what are they gonna do? Tell pitchers to stop throwing hard with nasty movement? I don't know. Speaking of nasty movement, we had some of the most disgusting starting pitchers going at it yesterday. Blake Snell versus the Dodgers, so this was a World Series rematch, although Trevor Bauer was on the mound, and obviously he was on the Reds, so I don't know if you could really consider that. But anyways, Blake Snell gives up a 2-run home run to Chris Taylor, as Bauer was a little wild as well. He goes 6 innings with 1 earned run and 7 strikeouts, so he was effectively wild. He definitely didn't have his best start, which is crazy to say. When you can hold the Padres to just 1 run, when you're not on top of your game, that is pretty special. Now, the Dodgers bullpen, who has been pretty good for the majority of the season, they can't hold down the fort. So that Jake Cronenworth home run and Hosmer RBIs, they dropped the Dodgers to a very sad 13-3 record. If you're a Dodgers fan, what are you going to do? So I think the only fan base right now, on a serious note, that has a right to complain, which is crazy to say, the New York Yankees franchise as a whole is a very strange franchise. I don't know what their goal is for 2021. I thought they were going to be a whole lot better. Now, there is 147 games left, so we have that to keep in mind. But they were handed their 5th straight loss yesterday. The Rays beat them 4-2 as Cole turned in a very dominant Cole-esque performance. It was ruined by poor defense, and yeah, they tried to battle back with a DJ LeMahieu single, but the Rays just seemed to want it more. I know that's a stupid cliche sentence, but it really felt like the Rays wanted to win this series, and that's exactly what happened as Joey Wendell capped off the 4 runs with a home run, and apparently that was too much to handle. So the Yankees are now dead last in OPS. They're supposed to be the Bronx Bombers. They're supposed to be in the top 5 in home runs and OPS, but then if you look at their pitching, they're top 10 in team ERA. So yeah, offense is their number 1 issue, and Brian Cashman, the GM, came out in a presser today and said that, hey, we have better days ahead. Yeah, you hope. Honestly, a lot of people are saying that Aaron Boone should be fired because for whatever reason, ever since that we are savages inside the batter's box, he hasn't really been able to galvanize the troops and get the Yankees to play a Yankees brand of baseball. So let me know in the comment section down below. Is Boone on the hot seat, or is it just a bad stretch of baseball? Marcus Stroman was electric yesterday. 8 innings, 1 earned run as Edwin Diaz closes the door as Trevor Story. I love the guy, but he tried way too hard to be the hero yesterday. Lindor, I'm going to say this, maybe a little bit too excited, maybe 1 too many fist bumps. I'm just giving him some slack because I miss him so much. I'm being salty. This was an unfortunate loss for the Rockies because Sensatella was actually dealing for the Rockies, and well, you know what, it's the Rockies, so what do we expect? The Braves put up 13 runs yesterday. 4 of them came on 4 home runs in the first inning. The unexpected heroes were from last names Adrianza and Heredia. I believe that's how you say them. Guillermo Heredia comes into the game 0 for 7. He was hitless, and he switched that up real quick with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. This was a big-time win as it spoiled 2 home runs from Anthony Rizzo as the Braves sit in 4th place in the NL East after 16 games. I don't expect that to continue going forward, and also, if you want me to react to the newest MLB power rankings, let me know because they're all over the place. Josh Rojas of the Diamondbacks had one of the best spring trainings I've ever seen, but unfortunately that really died down. He has not been great to start the 2021 season, but he did have a home run yesterday, and then his teammate Carson Kelly hit a bomb as well, but he had 2 walks, so he raised his on-base percentage to .537. He is getting on base over half the time. The future, maybe, probably not Hall of Famer Madison Bumgarner turned in his best start of the year as Eduardo Escobar drove in his 11th RBI, and I forgot to mention, he is now in 2nd place with 6 home runs after struggling all of 2020. I really hope that he continues this because once upon a time, he drove in like 115 to 125 RBIs. Maybe that was back in 2019. He was really good. Can I just say this right now, and I'm not being dramatic, this is not hyperbole, skinny Roberto Perez is actually Johnny Bench. Obviously, I'm just kidding because Cleveland played the Cincinnati Reds yesterday. I just wanted to ruffle up some feathers because that loss a couple days ago was super embarrassing. So when Shane Bieber is making history, he was the first pitcher to ever have 10 strikeouts in his first 4 starts to begin the season, and also through 4 starts, he has 48 strikeouts. That ties Nolan Ryan all-time for most strikeouts through the first 4 starts. Ooh, I'm losing my breath. There's so much to talk about. Cleveland puts up 6 runs as Emmanuel Clase comes in and strikes out 3 to earn the save. He's the reason why strikeouts are going up and that the league-wide batting average is 233. He throws a 101-mile-an-hour cutter. How are you supposed to hit that? The Mariners are now 10-6 and a half game back of the Angels for first place after beating the Astros 7-2 yesterday. This was pretty much the Mitch Haniger Ty France show as Haniger triples. Ty France hits a baseball to France. He is now up to 3 home runs and 10 RBIs with a plus 900 OPS. And then in the 7th inning, Haniger doubles. You have Ty France doubling, and then that scores Mitch Haniger. Again, it was the Haniger France show. I'm super happy for these two guys. Haniger has missed quite a lot of time from injury in France. He wasn't going to get a lot of playing time for the Padres. So there you go. The last 3 games from yesterday, we have the Pirates beating the Brewers just barely by 1 single run. They win 6-5 as both starters give up 3 earned runs. Chad Kuhl for the Pirates and Freddie Peralta for the Brewers. It was tied 3-3 going into the 7th when Brian Reynolds, so Ty France hit a baseball to France. I'm pretty sure that Brian Reynolds hit this baseball to England. I believe that Carl Moran is top 10 in RBI, so look at him having a productive season as that 4th RBI gives the Bucks a W, and they now move ahead of the Cubs. If the Cubs lose, actually we've already talked about that. The Cubs lost. The Cubs are in last place. And then last but not least, the battle of the sock drawer. The Red Sox were finally done screwing around with Tanner Houck. I cannot believe they sent him down. I don't know why they do that. Unfortunately for Houck, Tim Anderson and the White Sox didn't mind him being called back up as Dallas Keuchel turned in a very Keuchel-esque performance. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, and 1 strikeout. And then Liam Hendricks comes in and nails down the save in the 9th. But then in game number 2, the White Sox sweep the doubleheader as Michael Kopech got the start. He went 3 innings, only allowed 1 earned run and had 4 strikeouts. He is going to be the next Tyler Glasnow if he can stay healthy. Yermin Mercedes hits a 3-run home run. Nick Madrigal drives in 2 RBIs. I mean, Yermin has 4 bombs, 12 RBIs, and an 1173 OPS on the season. Is he ever going to slow down? Does he even have a weakness? All right, everyone, well, that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do not forget to hit that like button as well as subscribe. We stream almost every single day on Twitch, so follow me there. Now, let's go ahead and end today's video with this day in MLB history. Stay safe.
And Segura takes off, and he is going to be picked off. And Braun able to get to second base. Wait a minute. He tagged Segura. Segura left the bag. Segura's going to first.
You can't swap places.
And he goes. And the throw to second.